Alright, so I'm trying to get this done fast so I can go to sleep. So, the January 3rd episode of General Hospital, first episode of 2023. So we find out who the hook is. This shit just got wild. Alright, so for me, the Friday episode, the December 30th, 2022 episode, last episode of 2022, I consider that to be the best episode of the whole year because I don't know what else happened throughout the year on like a single episode to like be. It's like, you had the bittersweet stuff with Britt, then you had Esme's escape and then her jumping off the fucking parapet, then you had fucking ending with Hook going after Jocelyn. It was just so much shit happening, and it was just and shit I was not expecting. Well, we know at least I'm pretty sure Kelly's leaving because I've kind of heard like mixed things. Some people saying that she's staying, some people saying that she's leaving. It's from Brit, so I don't. Well, I guess we kind of get an answer now, presumably, unless it's a fake out with the ending of this episode. But then yeah, I was not expecting Esme to escape to be successful. Or at the very least, I damn sure wasn't expecting her to jump off the goddamn parapet. And I wasn't expecting Jocelyn to get, that close to what essentially she should have got stabbed. Like, it makes almost no sense that she wasn't able to stab her. Not that I don't want to see Jocelyn get killed off. Jocelyn gets on my fucking nerves sometimes, but I don't want to see her die. At least not yet. I think there's still a lot of shit you can do for now and into the future with those four. I don't know, with Cam, Josh, Trina, Spencer. I think there's still more shit to do with them, and then of course we gotta get Emma back. We gotta get Emma. Whether they pair her up with Cam or not, I want Emma back. The same actress. I don't know how old she looks now. I know Emma's supposed to be a freshman in college now, because they said it in an episode. So they have moved up Emma's age to freshman in college, which I think would only be like a year or two of what she otherwise would have been. Because I think, isn't she born around 07, 08? So she'd have been 18, 20, 25, or 2026. So, I guess they aged up a few years to go ahead and slot her in with Cam and Joss and them. So I'm assuming that eventually she's going to transfer to PCU. She's either going to drop out and come back to Port Charles for whatever reason, or they're going to have her when she comes to town and some crazy shit's going on, or she transfers to PCU to be closer to Anna or something like that. Eventually, I don't know when. My guess is that right now they want to use Brooklyn Ray Silzer, the girl who plays Emma, who's been playing Emma since she was like a baby, pretty much, or at least a toddler. They want to still use her, I'm assuming, and they're just like waiting for her to hit some type of growth. I don't want to say growth spurt, because if she's like 15 or 16 in real life, then she would have already hit some type of a growth spurt. That's that they're waiting on her to be able to look 18, which is weird because I feel like Jocelyn doesn't really look 18, even though the actress is 18 or 19 in real life. She doesn't look 18. I think she looks younger than that. Like, she looks like she's like 16 to me or something like that. So they shouldn't really be too worried about Emma not looking 18 enough if they're gonna let Eden. I think her name's Eden something. Eden McCoy. If they don't let her play Jocelyn and say she's 18 or 19, even though she is in real life, she doesn't look it. So she can be 18, and then we can say Brooklyn Silzer is 18, even if she's only like 16. And she doesn't have to do like sexual scenes and shit. She can, so it's not even just about that. But yeah, definitely waiting on her to come on campus. Yeah, but let's I didn't want to see Josh get killed. But let's get into the fucking scene because so the hook comes at Jocelyn and she like sidestepped. I think she like sidestepped her and pushed her down. And just from that point on, I was just kind of like I said, as much as I don't want to see Jocelyn get killed right now, I'm like, this made no sense when you compare. I'm like, so the hook can kill. It's like, to be fair, we don't know exactly what happened in that room when Rory got killed. But it's like, she can kill a police officer. She can kill, a trained police officer. She can kill Brando, and there was a struggle with Brando. She didn't really catch me. She didn't really catch him by surprise. She was like, they struggled, and she overpowered him. I mean, he's like a man, a trained, a fit in shape man, who is a trained war fighter, who's been to war. Like a trained soldier. I don't know if he was Army or Marine. I think he was Army. So he'd be a trained soldier who fought in a war, and she overpowered him and killed him. But she gets sidestepped and pushed down by Jocelyn, who is an 18-year-old college freshman or sophomore. So I want to say, I don't know if she's a freshman or sophomore. I don't know. 18-year-old or 19-year-old college freshman or sophomore in heels with like no training. I was like, I mean, she runs, but like she goes for runs. Like that's it. We never saw her lift weights. We don't know about her doing karate or anything. I'm like, that part doesn't make no fucking sense. But yeah, and then she overpowered Britt. I'm like, so she can overpower Britt, but not Jocelyn. And like Britt, I'm pretty sure Britt would have more strength than Jocelyn. But that part was kind of weird to me. Yeah, Britt comes in, gets the distraction, so the Hook is now fighting Britt. She comes close to stabbing her, and then Dex shows up and shoots the Hook. But he only shoots her one time in like the arm or something, and then just lets her go. Obviously that also made no sense at all. I'm like, why didn't he just at least shoot while she was on the ground? He said he didn't like go for a headshot or anything because she was too close to Britt's face. So that makes sense that he only went for what he could get for the first shot. But I'm like, what about when she's laying on the ground before she got up and ran away? I mean, you could have shot her then, or at least could have stood over her with the gun. You'd been like, stay there until the police come, and like took her mask off. But he didn't get any of that. He just shoots her once in the arm and just lets her go. All three of them just let her go. And it was like, that didn't make any fucking sense. And then, obviously, Britt wants to call the police, but Dex stops her because he's like, this is Sonny's gun. And it's like probably not a legal weapon. So, yeah, I can't be caught up in this. So Josh and Dex leave. And Britt just makes up a story to cover for them. And then we catch up with Hook later in the episode. And she takes the mask off to reveal Heather Weber. And I kind of figured it was Heather, because they have been dropping hints that it would be Heather. Some people, I was checking on Facebook, a lot of people felt that Heather being the Hook makes zero sense. But I'm like, it does make sense because they've been dropping hints at it. Um, First, obviously, it's Diane saying that she felt like she knew the woman, but she couldn't place her. It would make sense. Like, people with Port Charles would know who Heather is. So it makes sense that, she remembers that she knows the woman, but just either didn't get a good enough look at her face to fully recognize her, or just, the memory is being blocked by, the traumatic event of being stabbed and almost dying. And that's why she can't fully remember that it's Heather. Um, the um, the jangling isn't her bracelets. The jangling is her keys from, her taking someone's keys at the asylum and breaking out and just walking in and out of the asylum. And that's another thing that people say like doesn't make sense. It's like, so she's just walking in and out of the asylum. And like no one notices. Well, yeah, like that's it. She just kind of just escapes and goes back in. Um, so if you remember when she first came back on screen, when we first got the new actress, and she's at the hospital with Finn, whatever illness he's treating her with, Finn says, "You couldn't have gotten this in Darkham." He's like, "When were you even out of Darkham?" So that was the clue that she's been escaping Darkham and running around as the Hook, and then just going back after she stabs someone. That was the hint. So I do believe that she is the real Hook. Some people think that she isn't the real Hook, that she's just a copycat trying to get revenge now that she knows Esme is her daughter. But my theory is that she always knew that Esme was her daughter, because think about it, if she dropped the perch, if she left Esme with someone, um she left Esme with a nanny or some shit like that. Don't you think she would have checked in with the nanny over time to know what's going on with Esme? That would make sense. And while, yes, she's been locked up, obviously, like we can see, she can walk in and out of these asylums. She did it at Darkham. She's doing it at Spring Ridge. She can just, she's smart enough to be able to, and cunning enough to be escaping in and out of these asylums. So my theory is that she always knew, and once Esme disappeared, she decided to take revenge, and that's why she's been escaping and getting revenge for Esme by going after the people who were responsible for getting Trina off of those charges and making Esme a wanted fugitive. I'll say I don't think Esme knows that Heather is her mother, and I don't think she knows, that the Hook is her mother and doing this for her pretty much. I don't think she knows that, so that will be fun when she finds out. It'll be fun when everybody finds out that Heather is her mom and that Ryan is her dad. That will be fun. Those scenes will be fun. Speaking of which, now that Spencer knows that Esme is pregnant, I cannot wait for like the scene tomorrow. I'm assuming this scene should happen tomorrow, where Spencer's like, spins between Spencer and Nicholas, when like Spencer's like, "So you got Esme pregnant? Like you impregnated my girlfriend with my brother or sister." That scene should be fun to watch. Yeah, obviously people are calling bullshit on Esme jumping off the parapet while pregnant, while like in her third trimester, falling into that water in January, in the winter, and surviving. People are calling bullshit on that. I'm just like, you know what? Suspension of disbelief. I don't fucking care. I kind of don't care, because like just at a certain point you gotta say, you know what? Suspension of disbelief. We see people come back from the dead and shit all the time. Fuck it. Like, I'm more interested in what happens next than caring about the fact that it doesn't make sense that she would survive that fall twice, let alone once, let alone while in her third trimester of pregnancy, especially if the baby survives. It damn sure don't make no sense, but it's entertaining enough to me that I don't care that detail doesn't make sense. I'm more interested in what happens next. And when we had a scene with Dante and Sam, so tired. With Dante and Sam, Dante talking about how his conflict of interest with Sonny. I don't know how many times over the years we've gotten that, but so nothing really to talk about there. I like them as a couple. I know a lot of people don't. I do. Like I would like them as a couple ever since that episode, that what if episode, where it was like, what if Sonny was the cop and Dante was the mob boss? I always liked and Dante and Sam were a couple in that version of reality. I always liked the I like that pairing of the two of them, and I still fuck with it. It's like the character progression is like Sam goes from being this mob girlfriend slash wife, just like kind of died down for whatever, to now she's older, her kids are older. She's like, I want to be settled down more with someone who isn't out killing people for the mob. So I can fuck with that. And what else happened? Yeah, Jocelyn and Dex go back to Dex's apartment. Dex explains why he had to tap Britt Lie because it's Sonny's gun, and he doesn't want to involve Sonny in this situation, and potentially get himself in trouble as well for having most likely an illegal weapon carrying around. But eventually, they're just talking through this shit, and then they have sex. So, yeah. I mean, I don't dislike this pairing. I'm interested in the pairing. I'm interested. The main couple I care about right now is Trina and Spencer. I care about what happens with those two. I want to see them get together. I'm waiting for that. Obviously, they're teasing us. They've, the last episode, Friday episode, and this episode, they teased the kiss, and it didn't happen. It came close to happening in this one before Esme showed up. So, that's the couple I care about. Dex and Jux. I'm kind of more. I'm more interested in figuring out what Dex does by the end of this arc with him infiltrating Sonny's organization and his working for Michael. I'm more interested in seeing how that plays out than I care about him and Jocelyn. Once we figure that shit out, then we can worry about him and Jocelyn. I'm more interested in seeing is he Jason's son? Is he AJ's son? Is he Sonny's son? Is he anybody's son, or is he just really just a random motherfucker? Michael, like a random. Well, yeah. So I was like, well, shit. If he's having sex with Jocelyn, then I mean, he can still be Sonny or AJ or Jason's son, because neither one of them are blood related to Jocelyn. So yeah, he could still be one of their sons. I think I would rather him be. I think I would. I would. I mean, I'm kind of on board with him being one of their sons. I feel like I would rather him be. I I would rather him be Sonny's son than Another time was like, is he Morgan? Is he really Morgan? I don't think he's really Morgan. I don't think that. But I would rather him be a son Sonny never knew about, rather than be AJ or Jason, for the simple fact that AJ and Jason aren't there. So I don't want. Oh yeah, it could be a situation between him and Michael. If he's gonna be anybody's son, I would rather hit the person who, you know, I mean, even if he's Sonny's son, it still makes him related to Michael. It still makes him Michael's brother by adoption. So that's good enough. It doesn't have to be Michael's blood brother via AJ or Michael's blood cousin via Jason. If he's Sonny's son, he's still connected to Michael that way. So, but yeah, I wouldn't want him to be, like I said, I want him to be Sonny's son because Sonny's actually there for something to pop off. But if he's like, oh, I'm Jason's son, but Jason's not even on screen, it's like, what the fuck? What's the point of that? Or same with AJ. So I mean, yeah, so yeah, with those two having sex, I'm like, I just want. And she was into that shit. She was all the way into that shit. She was smiling and shit. I was like, God damn, bro. I want to see the scene where Cam finds out about this shit, and I want him to go the fuck off on her ass, cause she be getting on my nerves sometimes. So I want to see Cam go off on her ass in front of people too, like in front of Carly, in front of Sonny, in front of Michael. Just go the fuck off. Just let Cam go the fuck off. No more nice guy. At least for that scene, just let him just go the fuck off. But yeah, I think Esme washed up showed up, and she interrupted Trina and Spencer's almost kiss, and then passed the fuck out. They brought her to GH. She has hypothermia. So now, episode left off, what's his face? He's about to interrogate her. Dante's about to interrogate her, but I'm like, I don't see any reason for her to cover for Nicholas and Elizabeth, or at least for Nicholas. So, like, even if she tried to blackmail him, I'm like, unless she's like, I'm gonna cover for you, but you have to give me like the best lawyer to help me beat the sex tape charges, because she still had to answer for those sex tape charges. So yeah. That's the only way I think it would make sense for her to cover for Nicholas tomorrow when Dante interrogates her. Yeah, obviously it makes like no sense for her to survive that fall, or for the baby to survive the fall. But it is what it is. It was still a cool moment to see her jump on the parapet and fall back and escape that way. But I was like, why the fuck didn't she just run out the front door? Why would she go that way if she knew that was the only way down? Like, it seemed like kind of an unnecessary risk to take. Well, you could say if she had tried to go through the front door, Nicholas and the guards could have easily stopped her or something like that, or caught up to her before she got to the launch. But I don't know. And yeah, finally, I think we gotta get that scene tomorrow between Nicholas and Spencer. I don't know if they're gonna do it tomorrow or not. Where Spencer is like, so you got Esme pregnant? Like, what the fuck? But I think the last thing I saw is Britt turns out did get stabbed I guess, like, well, I guess she got stabbed by the hook. And I'm assuming the poison is what's causing her to, what caused her to faint at the end of the episode. That the poison is seeping through her and she didn't realize it. So, I guess it's bye bye Brit. Maybe we'll see tomorrow, I guess. Because Kelly's leaving and going to a primetime show. But I heard that she was staying, I heard she was leaving. I don't know what the fuck to expect. I don't know if they're going to put Brit in a coma and send her off to Switzerland to a clinic or what the fuck. But I hope she doesn't leave. I like the character. I like watching the character. And yeah, that's all for this review because I'm too fucking tired. I'm clearly too fucking tired. Let me know what did you think of this episode. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the episode. I will see you. I'm gonna do this review again. Try to do it tomorrow. I probably won't be able to do it every single episode, every single day. But I'll do it as much as I can for GH. Like, comment, share, subscribe for more. There's a hell of shit on this channel. That's the ASMR, book reviews, tea reviews, movie reviews. But yeah, man. Let's talk about this in the comments. But yeah, in the description I have my link for the short stories on Kindle for $1 each, the CashApp, and voice support the channel. Social media is all that in the description. See you.